Hey everyone, it's Theo. It's now time to conquer Embermount Volcano Survival on Ruthless difficulty. If you want to farm Ember Scepters for your DPS EV, this is the way to go. I found that my survival runs are actually faster than campaign runs with the added benefit of not having to deal with the Phoenix boss. Now for this run, I will have 3 apprentices out with a tower booster on the last wave. If you have the stats, you can run the last wave with 4 apprentices out. When I did it this way, it generally added an extra 90 seconds of combat time. So if you have the stats, I would definitely run the last wave with 4 apprentices. Okay, enough intro. Let's get on with the build. Alright, this build's going to be fairly similar to my campaign build. We're going to build an ensnare and a strength drain aura, and that'll be it. We'll go ahead and swap over to our EV. And we're going to actually build some reflect beams. Now, this reflect beam on this side of the crystal is to protect the crystal from archers. And then we're going to build a 5 DU buff beam right here, and we're going to protect it. Build our box of death. Then we're going to build another reflect beam on this side of the crystal. Again, that's to protect it from archers. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bring in our big bad Hermit. And we're going to build a 3 DU web hole right here. And that's really just to use up the remaining DU that we will have. Then we'll do a Nature's Pylon, a Mushroom Spore, and a Golem right here. And then on this side, we're going to do 5 Seed Bomb Towers. And it's going to kind of go in a radius. I'm sorry, not 5. We're going to do 3 Seed Bomb Towers. Pointing north, south, and east. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in our apprentice. And we're going to go ahead and build some DSTs and some LTs. Our DST is going to point in that direction. That's to deal with copters. That's to deal with harbingers, and that's to deal with harbingers as well. Then we're going to finish that up with LTs. I'll then go ahead and bring in my Tower Boost Monk. And my Upgrade Adapter. My Upgrade Adept. And I'm going to just grab all this big mana and try to upgrade some stuff real quick before I bring in my Tower Booster. This step is optional. You can definitely just upgrade during the wave. But I'm just going to grab all this mana real quick and do it. Alright, bring our Tower Booster. And I stand behind this to protect it from spiders that'll get you. Now when I am upgrading with my Adept, I find that if I point, you see where my the crosshair is, if I point like right around there, it finds the right spot on that south route and just does a good job of grabbing mana. So that's generally where I try to aim, right there at that little, I call it an orange window, but I don't really know what that is. But you should be able to upgrade and have everything upgraded before the end of this wave. Now, this map is notorious for slogers and slow harbingers that'll come out at the very end as well. That's what these waves would go by much quicker if these guys just didn't take their sweet time coming out and dying. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and swap out my upgrader adept, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in one of my apprentices. Now, this is my regular DPS apprentice, but I put a Huntress Guardian on this apprentice. Now, the other DPS apprentice I'll be bringing in will also have a Huntress Guardian. Normally you do like a Huntress and a Monk Guardian. I'm not totally interested in that at all. I care more about attack rate. So for this one, when I bring in my two apprentices, my other apprentice will have a Huntress Guardian, and then I'll bring in my Builder apprentice for that extra 30% boost in damage. And that's what I'll be bringing in on the last wave. You do definitely feel the slowness of this because you're a lot less active. You're just like, good lord, why is this taking so long? It definitely does feel that way. So, yep, we're going to go ahead and bring in our other DPS apprentice with the Huntress Guardian, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Builder Adept. And we'll go ahead and get started. We'll get this last wave started. If you thought that last wave felt long, this one's going to feel longer. Now, I guess I could absolutely, with my DPS apprentice, be shooting things, but I only wanted my towers to do the work, so that we have a fair and accurate timing of how long it would take. Without you running around DPSing. Obviously, if you DPS things, your waves will go quicker. And the reason I am using a Tower Boost Monk on this video is so that we can have a true one-to-one, so that you could see what it looks like from the campaign video versus the survival video, to see that the timings are faster on survival, and you're still getting this same amount of Ember Scepters as you would on campaign, because you can't not have a Tower Boost Monk on the campaign map. So you're always only going to be able to get 3 Scepters when you're farming. But with survival, especially with this run, you're going to get 3 Scepters as well, but you can definitely bring in a 4th apprentice. And when I brought on my 4th apprentice, I actually had put an Apprentice Guardian on that apprentice, so that would boost damage. And when I did that, that would take, it was about 90 seconds. So my total combat time of a survival run with 4 apprentices, that's with me getting 4 Ember Scepters as well, was about 10.5 minutes as opposed to about 9 minutes. I think actually 8:45 for the survival run. So it is definitely better if you have the stats, and you can definitely do it. I definitely say bring in your 4 apprentices and don't tower boost on the last wave. Just 1 extra scepter. In the long run, you're going to be further ahead from a timing perspective. It's just a faster run. It won't make up for the fact that you're not getting a scepter at the end of the day. So definitely bring in 4 apprentices if you have the stats to do it. And by all means, if you want to DPS with your apprentice from the comfort of your your tower boosting stat, definitely go ahead and do that. I just won't be doing that in this run. Alright, almost. Gotta wait for this last guy to get down here. Alright, come on, big boy. Alright, that is it. Let's go ahead and look at our loot. Not a whole lot of anything. But you do get some accessories too. 8 minutes and 45 seconds. And it is a much chiller build than dealing with the Phoenix on campaign. So yes, definitely go this route. Yeah, that last wave is usually 4 minutes combat time when you have 4 apprentices out. Oh, so that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching, and happy farming.